presenting for you from Continental Congress. Greetings, good citizens and patriots. As you are aware, through local dispatches and couriers, there are oppressive forces in power who wish to strip the people of our God-given right to our liberties and freedoms. For this reason, Congress has issued a plea to all upstanding and patriotic peoples to rise and take part in the reshaping of our land. A fellow patriot with our Army now, Mr. Thomas Paine, has written
Can you all hear me without it? This is how I would have spoken to you. Fellow patriot, with our Army now, Thomas Paine has written for us a pamphlet to inspire, stating, "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this time of crisis, shrink from the service of his country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and respect of man and woman." It has been widely reported that such a man hails from this region, a leader of men, a man known to his life for his lifelong service to his fellow man, a man of integrity, dedication, and honor, a man who aspires to the ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Such a man is needed to serve us in Congress. We are told Michael Fitzpatrick is such a man. It is asked of him to serve. As for us, it is imperative that we work diligently to carry him to this end. Thank you, fine patriots, for your attention.
Thank you, Dominic. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Billy McGovern was worried when the guys showed up. They were here to arrest a couple of Irishmen, but they're here actually from the national park. And as Dominic just told me, this is actually, we're celebrating Charter Day, which is the day that the King gave William Penn charter for the land that would become Pennsylvania, and a pretty special place. And it's my honor to represent Pennsylvania, not in the Continental Congress. I understand they had some disagreements back then, but we got some disagreements in the Congress of the 112th in the 21st century, which we're about to straighten out. What you did was you sent me down to the Congress at a pretty trying time in the 2010 elections, and I appreciate the confidence that you placed in me. But we got half the job done, which was firing Nancy Pelosi and turning over the House. The United States Senate and the White House, because we need to finish the job we started. There are several candidates who are here and elected officials, and I certainly appreciate them being here. And as I introduce some of them for you and ask them to stand, I want Steve Welsh, who's our candidate for the United States Senate, the endorsed candidate, to come forward. And he's going to, here he is, Steve. Steve, you join me up here. But I do want to recognize Rob Lockery and Commissioner Charlie Martin are here. To set the stage for what's going to happen in 2012. There were several state representatives who will be on the ticket this year. Bob Gottschall, who's from the Indian Valley part of Montgomery County, the new part of the 8th District, was here earlier. But his colleagues, Frank Farry and Paul Clymer, are here, and I want to appreciate them for being here, as well as some of our county officials, elected county row officers. Bill Snyder, County Treasurer; Duke Donnelly, County Sheriff. I think Duke is in the back. Pat Backmore, County Prothonotary, and Mary Smithson, Clerk of Courts. I want to thank each of you. Steve Welsh, he's running for the United States Senate, hails from Chester County, Pennsylvania, which is kind of like Bucks County was about 30 years ago. So he can take a look. Welcome to Bucks, Steve. And you take a look at what Chester County, how great it's going to be in about 30 years from now. But we want you to appreciate the history and the traditions we have here. This St. Patrick's Day party we've been having for about 15 years, and it gets better every year. We hope to have you back. But in addition to the park, the Washington Crossing Park that the Continental Soldiers just talked about, right around the corner from the park is the National Cemetery. I was at a burial there yesterday. There were up to, let's say, 3,000 or 4,000 veterans now buried at the National Cemetery that all of us here in the room work together to bring here. And I know that there are several guardians of the National Cemetery who do the honor guard work, and many of them are here today. And I want to thank all of the veterans, including those who continue to serve our nation by going to the cemetery each day and accompanying the families of the deceased veterans. So I want to thank all the veterans and the guardians of the National Cemetery and all of you for helping to bring that important national monument to very hallowed ground in Bucks County. So I want to say thank you for that. Irish dancers are going to entertain us with some smart Irish steps, but first I want to turn the microphone over to Steve Welsh. Steve?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to show here, I can be real brief, but I've been doing this for 5 months. I'm new to politics. This is by far the coolest event I've been to, so thank you all. How much love we have for Congressman Fitzpatrick, all the work he does. I will tell you, I don't think I had a full respect for what these gentlemen go through in the process of trying to get elected until having done it myself. It is a grueling process, so thank you for all that you do. Okay. My background is real different. I'm new to this process. I'm an engineer and an entrepreneur by training, and I think it's time that we send some people to Washington that understand this economy from the ground up. Over the last decade, I've been involved with or started myself over 50 companies. And I will tell you, we are still the most productive. We are still the most innovative country the world has ever seen. We simply have a government that is over-regulating the marketplace. We have a government that is bankrupting this country, and I promise to fight with every one of you between now and November 6th to make sure we get this country back on track. I will tell you, the Obama presidency, we have a chance here in Pennsylvania, in Bucks County, the end of the Obama presidency, but nobody is going to do it alone. We need everybody here to fight every minute of every day. Looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you, and let's continue to have a good time.
We're going to keep control of the House of Representatives, win the Senate with a Republican control the United States Senate and a Republican in the White House. We're going to put this country back on the right track. With that, are the Irish dancers ready to? They're going to perform here in a moment. The Irish dancers will be coming out in a moment. Billy, I want to thank you for entertaining us, and maybe you can sing another song or two, and then the Spanish dancers will be on the way. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.